Welcome to Backstage Pass on the Boise Beat. Today we are diving into one of Boise's most anticipated cultural celebrations, Latino Fest, which is making a return after a 5-year hiatus. Joining us is Chairman Emeritus with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the MC for this year's Latino Fest, Ivan Castillo. We'll be discussing the cultural significance of Latino Fest, what's new this year, and why this event is a must-attend for everybody in the Treasure Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Boise Beat. Gordie Tamayo here, and we are joined in by none other than Ivan Castillo. He's the Chairman Emeritus with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the MC for this year's Latino Fest. Ivan, how you doing?
Hola, Gordie. Muchas gracias por tenerme en tu programa. We're going English or Spanish? You have to tell me this a little bit.
Yeah. We'll do English because the majority are going to be listening to in English.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for the invite, bro. We appreciate it. I know that you've been in the community for many, many years right now, and we appreciate everything you have done for this community. And yeah, we're here. We're excited. We're going to have Latino Fest tomorrow, and it's coming at us fast. But, after 5 years of not having it, I think that it is time. I think that it's we're about to making it happen. So
yeah, that's awesome. No, we're excited for it. As a matter of fact, we are 21 hours, 15 minutes, and 57 seconds away from when this thing goes down, right?
That's awesome. Yes, it is. It is. And we're, like I said, the committee, all the volunteers, everything that is trying to get this thing going. They're trying to dial up and do those last minute, arrangements to make sure that this Latino Fest is the one for all of us to remember as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a lot of work putting in together events like this. So you need a squad, right? You need a good team together that can pull it off.
Yeah. So, it takes a village, to be able to do it. And thankfully, we do have people that understand it. Odette is one of them. Also, también, we have the chair, one of the chairs, which is Liz Correa. We also have Daniel Palomera as well as co-chair as well. And Ivan Melendez, which is the new, El Otro Ivan. Yeah, we even joke about that. We say Ivan y viene. And so, again, it just takes all of us together, the chair, Marta Lopez as well, and so many other ones, Sonia Urquijo. I will forget one or two. Please don't take offense to that, but just know that your hard work does not go unnoticed. And we have a Capet Credit Union. We have also Verizon Wireless, and we have Peterson Chevrolet, and there's so many more out there. And of course, we have done a really good job of making sure that throughout all the outlets, we make sure that they get recognized, because nothing of this would be done with them as well, because they believe in this community. And you'll be surprised. I think after tomorrow, you'll be surprised what they're going to find out, that this is a sleeping giant. This sleeping giant that is just getting bigger and bigger. And it is important for us to be able to go ahead and offer perspective, joy, inclusion, to make sure that we continue to be the great community we are. So. Again, we're pretty excited about what's going to, happen tomorrow. So
absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot going into it. I want to give listeners just an opportunity to soak in exactly what the inception of this was all about. Because like you said, it's some years in the making from a comeback, right, where this is popping off again. And so can you give a brief synopsis of what this event is about, how it came about, etc.?
Yeah. Latino Fest came about, a partnership with the Consulado de Mexico. And primarily what we were trying to do is offer a different aspect of the Latino Hispanic community in Idaho. As you know, we have always been predominant Mexicano. And, so which means that we do a lot of great things for our Mexicano community. And we've been part of that. But we also understood that there was other Colombianos, Peruanos, Venezolanos, Puerto Ricanos. And that's the reason why it was important for us to go ahead and bring that different aspect of our Latino Hispanic community. And that's why Latino Fest started from its inception. So it's actually really, really a cool deal. I know that sometimes everybody's like, hey, trae banda and things like that. But trust me, we do have plenty to go around when it comes to all those events. And Latino Fest, sometimes we're just trying to bring that different spin. And I think that that really helps because como comunidades, right, as
Mm-hmm.
communities, we just really want to be included and be part of it. I think that the inclusion, I think that the fact that we can showcase them, like for example, this year we have Puerto Rico. They're going to be
Right.
the ones
Mm-hmm.
that they are being showcased. And I'll tell you what, with that Bomba Plena that is coming up,
Mm-hmm.
the excitement of the Boricua community out there,
Mm-hmm.
and they're really like all of us Latinos,
Mm-hmm.
Hispanos, we have that sense of orgullo and pride, and
Mm-hmm.
we want to showcase it. So
Yeah.
that's exactly in a nutshell why we're doing Latino Fest the way we do Latino Fest.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I did see the tribute to Puerto Rico is what's kind of a marker for this year's event. And so a lot of things that people can anticipate for the newcomer, maybe that hasn't even stepped foot into seeing what this is about. What can somebody expect from walking into Latino Fest? Like, what's the day going to look like?
Well, the day's going to look is there's a lot of things going on, but we're going to start at 3:45, and this is going to be at the Grove Plaza. If you
Hmm.
guys know where all the stuff is out there, right, where the water comes out there in
Hmm.
downtown, we're going to be there. The Danza Boricua is going to be there, and they're the ones that are going to be leading this effort. We're also going to have there Quimera is going to be there, Bamboo is going to be there,
Hmm.
the Perreo Boys are going to be there, and we're going to march on our way to the Cecil D. Andrus Park, and then
Hmm.
from there we're gonna kick off Latino Fest.
Nice.
So around 4 o'clock, 4 or so, we're gonna have Super Nutrition. It's a Nampa-based outfit that they're gonna help
Hmm.
us out to do some Zumba classes. We understand
Nice.
our community, by bailar is
Uh-huh.
how we make our you know that's how we get in shape and in
Yeah.
forma y
Yeah.
saludables y todo eso. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have the Perreo Boys with the tribute to Puerto Rico.
Hmm.
We also gonna have the Caipiriños. If you this is the first time that you guys come to Latino Fest, Caipiriños was a band that played in the past, and I tell you what, man, it is quite the band, and you guys are going to be really happy. We're going to have a little bit of rock en español, a little bit of reggae, a little bit of cumbias with them. It's exciting, and
Yeah.
we are so happy to have them back. And then we are going to have a dance competition. Now it's going to be your opportunity. So if you're Cubano, Peruano, it doesn't matter where you come from. Si sientes el meneito and you want to be out there and see if you can be the best, which, oh, by the way, last year we had Colombia was the one that won it. So
Ooh,
for all
okay.
of you out there that like competition, we're going to do a dance competition there. And then we'll go ahead and do our main event. And our main event is I think part of that nostalgia and part of a lot of the things that we were trying to think on our comeback is what better to have a group that we all can identify with, and it was part of us growing up and
Hmm.
and all these things. And AB Quintanilla and the Kumbia All Starz, I think that they check all those boxes, right?
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
all want to dance cumbia, and I tell you what, there's some salsa bachata that sometimes get some
Hmm.
people a little concerned, like, hey, I don't think I can
Sure.
flip twice and do this and that. But you know what? Una buena cumbia, everybody dance a buena
Right.
cumbia, and I think that's what we're trying to accomplish this year. And yeah, we're excited. There's so much food, by the way. There's
Yeah,
going to
I
be like
bet. I was gonna ask
13
you about the
different
food.
trucks. Yeah, 13 different trucks. Hondureño, va a haber mexicano, peruano, colombiano, cubano, puertorriqueño, you name it, is going to be out there. And
Hmm.
so come hungry, because there's going to be so many options for you guys to go ahead and have some fun. The other thing also that we're doing is we're going to have a kids area also, so that way you guys can take your children out there, have some fun. I know that the Home Depot has graciously agreed to have their crew out there with some nails and hammers and
Oh, nice.
300 kits for those kids, so they
That's
can build
awesome.
something out too. And so we're excited about that too. We have
Yeah.
a lot of vendors out there that will be available, and all in all, we're really trying to make it a community event where we come together and make it happen. So
Yeah. With the growth in the area of the Latino community, like what would you say is part of the cultural significance that maybe somebody that's non-Latino but could benefit from the rich culture and heritage of Latinos? Like, what would you say has been kind of maybe some feedback or some insight that you've received that you would say, hey, this is another reason why this is important for you to come and attend this event and check out what this is all about?
you know what? I think that's a great question that you pose to your your viewers and your listeners is why is it so important? It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for all of us to try to bring it back. As you know,
Mhm.
COVID happened to all of us, right?
Mhm.
I was joking earlier that our houses saw some improvements because we were not going anywhere, so we were already clean, and everybody has that
Mhm.
wall that it's the COVID wall and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
but having to bring it back, like you said, it takes a village and it takes a lot of people to be able to come together to make it happen. So after those 5 years, the number one reason why it's so important is inclusion. The number one reason why it's so important is because we belong. And the
Mhm.
reason why it's so important is, especially with the community at large, is come with us. You'll notice that there's more similarities, that there's differences in our
Yeah.
communities. And
Right.
that's why the invitation is out there. So that's
Yeah.
why it was so important. And there's a case in point. For example, one time I was in Sun Valley in my capacity as commissioner on the Idaho Commission on Hispanic Affairs. And I was presenting, and the governor was there. Well, what happened is the Boise police was utilizing Latino Fest as an example for ways for them to actually, get together with the community and to be in
Mhm.
relationship with them and things like that. So that is huge. It's so
Yeah.
important. So to me, it
Absolutely.
was such an aha moment that I said, hey, it's more than the self. And that's the
Mhm.
part that has to be so important. It's more than the self. Oh, it's going to be a lot of work. Oh, it's going to do this.
Mhm.
Oh, it's going to do that. Nothing should it matter, because the return that we get on being in relationship with the community at large and with each other, it's
Mhm.
there's no cost to that. And I think that's the reason why we're passionate about it. And I think that it gives us the opportunity to show the best face that we have out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's amazing. Case in point, I think you hammered it home with the whole intention behind it is that we really live in a community, in a region where it is small in a sense, right? You kind of get a big city, small town feel still,
Yep.
and this is one of those ways where you're able to bring people together, celebrate some good food in the mix, being able to put your dancing shoes, which you better get because you're gonna have to work off that food if you're hitting the food trucks for sure. And this is a
Yep.
huge opportunity just to enrich yourselves with the culture, the heritage that is so prevalent in this area, and that sometimes people kind of miss. Right, we kind of tend to think that it's in pockets hidden somewhere else, but here it's coming right downtown, right to you here in Boise, hours away from right now.
That is correct. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The invite is out there. We're gonna have a lot of fun. If you see me out there, make sure you say hi. That you saw us here at your podcast or your show,
Mhm.
and just rest assured that the number one thing, the goal is be out there, dance a lot, have a lot
Yeah.
of fun, eat as much as you can, and be exposed to new ways about what this Hispanic Latino community is all about. So.
Yeah. And as the MC for the event, so you get kind of one of the best seats in the house. You're going to be able to MC this event right from start to finish. This is a kind of a loaded question, but what's one of the biggest things that you're looking forward to of this whole thing that's going on?
I tell you what. To me, what fills my heart, I guess, is being able to engage the community, being able to, encourage them to dance, to be themselves, to have some fun.
Mhm.
Uh, you know, that to me has to be by far like the greatest gift that I can receive. Because I've just been an MC, so
Yeah.
I've proven it throughout my life. I've been doing this for so many, many, many years, and
Mhm.
always with making sure that the community benefits from what I do.
Yeah.
I'm a passionate man and a man of God, and I understand that I was
Mhm.
giving too much, so I need to give it back. So
Absolutely. That's great. That's a great mindset. We all ought to have that kind of a mindset, I think, too. So thank you for sharing that, Ivan. It's been a pleasure having you on deck. For those of you that are paying attention, listening to this episode, you need to go catch out latinofestboise.com for more info. But literally, like I mentioned, we're down to 21 hours, 4 minutes, and 15 seconds as the countdown before Latino Fest 2024 kicks off. It's been on hiatus for a minute. You got to know it's coming back with a bang, so you got to make sure you make it. Ivan, it's been a pleasure having
exactamente.
you.
Hey, ahí nos vemos. Vámonos.
Let's go.